Hey there, Trekkers and Trekkies. So, got something a little different today. We're still technically looking at a type of figure. So, a few years ago, this is actually a fairly recent item by comparison to some of the stuff we've looked at. 2017, I couldn't actually remember, is when these came out. Is that okay? Entertainment Earth actually made these under a sub brand called Tiki Tiki Totem. And if you have a problem with the idea of the using of the totem, which is typically a thing for natives in the Northwest and Hawaii, northwest of Pacific Coast area, Canada, and Hawaii, I get it. It's a cute idea. What they have done here, but we're going to take a look at them just because I got them. That's really all I can say. So, to start off with, this is the Star Trek totem blocks. And as will see as we go along, you get different characters and you can build upon them, which we will do. And at the end, I'm going to have a stack here and we'll look at it and go, ooh, ah. So, starting off, we've got Captain Kirk, wooden stackable figure. You can see on the back the other characters that we will get to, the big Entertainment Earth logo. There's all the copyright doodah stuff. So, these thankfully open fairly easy. There we go. And there is our squared and yep, that's wood. Oh, what's it got on the bottom here? More copyright information. Never gonna get that to focus. So as you can see, the black rim that is supposed to represent his pants it cuts up into it so that it can fit around this square piece that's on his head. And they do that with all the figures. I'd say that the paint job is actually quite good. I mean, that it definitely reads as Shatner. The eyes are perfect. I enjoy that. Quite amusing. So, we'll get that out of the way. And we will move on to, of course, next is Spock. First Officer Spock. Box is the same. Again, digging this paint job. Oh, and I love that. I don't know if you noticed, it has little 3D ears on the side for all the characters, but of course, Kirk's are round ears, whereas Spock has the pointed ears. Surprisingly, they didn't try to give him the live long and prosper salute. So much Spock merchandise, they're like, we've got to incorporate it. We got to incorporate it. No, you really don't. We get it. Should I go ahead and stack them? See, this is kind of like... Oh. And look at that. Hey, if I do that, now you think I'm just doing a review of a black square. Here, let's see. Can I keep enough? Yeah, there we go. Okay, next up, Chief Engineer Montgomery Scott. Scotty! again, I love the paint jobs on these. Regardless of what you might think of them as far as the ethnic part, the paint job is actually quite good. I just realized that one thing bad about having their hands where they're at, kind of like this, is that it blocks from being able to have the delta on their shirt. That's because that's the Star Trek thing. You got to show the delta. And of course, it wouldn't be anyplace else. They should have put the little communicator square on the back. But yeah, now you're relying on being able to recognize who these people are by their face. So, let's see, who's next? Next, of course, Sulu. Lieutenant Hikaru Sulu. Same thing on the box. And in case, I'm not showing the back because I don't want to spoil too much of what's ahead, but there are only 6 figures that they made for original series. That is fantastic. Love that paint job. Man, they really are quite good. Like if you ever need a lesson in how to 2-dimensionally paint a 3-dimensional item, this is it. So eventually we will stack these up on top of each other. But next, Dr. Leonard McCoy. I love how they've got his lips kind of pursed with the eyebrow. Up just a little bit. Trying to find a place to just set the plastic back there. There is Dr. McCoy. See, and for him, they should have had him holding like a hypo spray or his little medical scanner. That would have been great. Just little... And Scotty could have been holding a little engineering tool of some kind. Okay, so because there are 6... And see, now that I'm looking at the next one... Well, we'll get to that. That means that last up is Lieutenant Uhura. Which I just realized... Only one who doesn't have her full name on the package. They messed up. They should say Nyota Uhura. So, love this. Let's get her out of the package. And in case you're wondering why I was annoyed when I looked at her, because you remember I made the comment about Dr. McCoy coming with like having a hypo spray, or Scotty one of his little engineering tools. Well, they made sure to give her her green earrings. But they couldn't do something like that for a couple of the other people. Have Sulu and Kirk with little tiny phasers in their hands. Something like that. That would have been neat. I missed opportunity. Well, but that of course leads to what we have to do at the end, which is we need to get these guys stacked up. And so let me see. I'm going to... There. We're going to switch back to the other camera. So, got Kirk. Got Spock. Got Scotty. Got Sulu. Got McCoy. Oh. Got Ahura. Oh, man. I'm wondering, can I get my other camera? We're just gonna spin that around real quick. Trying to get it. Woo! Where the entire oh, nope, I gotta keep it back. This is one of the hardest things. So, there. Oh, I bet that's confusing for everybody. Let me switch to that. And this needs to. Oh, we lost Kirk. And there we go. Let me see how tall this is. I only have a ruler here. So that's a foot up to McCoy's shoulder. So that adds about another 5 inches. So 17 inches tall for the entire original series figures. Of course, if we had Chekhov, it would add a few more inches. See, how tall are these individually? Looks like each one is about 1/8 of an inch shy of 3 inches. So 2 7/8. Which that makes me curious. Why didn't they just go ahead and make them 3 inches? Of course, the fact that they overlap by, what is that, about? That's about 1/8. Yeah, about 1/8 of an inch overlap. So, yeah, that is pretty cool. I don't know that I can get a better shot of these. I know I've got a lot of glare. Let me do that. And get this repositioned just a little bit. Sorry, I hope I'm not making y'all sick. But there we go. Now you can see the 6 figures there a little better. So I will probably find a place for these on my shelf somewhere. I think that they are pretty cute to have. And if you think that this is it, oh, no. There's a next generation set still to go. Yeah, we'll get to those eventually. But this has been our look at the Entertainment Earth Tiki Tiki Totem wooden, what does that say? Collect 'em and stack 'em. figures. I didn't do it quite like the picture. I knew Ahura went on top, that's for sure. What would have been cool is if they had made an Enterprise, so in some kind of block shape. But you know how a lot of times totem poles will have the like bird of or eagle or some kind of bird at the top with its wings spread out. Have the Enterprise at the top with its nacelles spread out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this weird little look at these square figures. And I'll see you next time. Go out and make something. If you enjoy my videos and want to see more, please like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell icon. If you want to support me, you can find me on Patreon, or go over to Zazzle for prints of my artwork, t-shirts, and other cool stuff. If you're still here, why? Do you want to jam out?